Life is a journey. Scratch that. Life is made up of multiple journeys, full of ups and downs, happy days and sad days, successes and failures, and most of all, fear. Fear is a prevalent aspect of every person's life. Fear is that heart-racing feeling when you're alone at home and it's dark out and you hear a noise downstairs. Your breathing starts to speed up and you start to sweat. Fear is that knee-wobbling feeling when you're trying to tell your crush how you feel but you can't seem to open your mouth. Fear is also that feeling of paranoia when you wear your brand new half sweatshirt and three-quarter pant outfit and fear that someone may say that you don't pull it off. Not that that happened to me or anything. Nelson Mandela said it best when he said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." Fear will never be absent in our lives, but if we can disallow it from controlling our lives, we can move on to achieving anything we want. All the novels that we discussed throughout the year have dealt with main characters being restrained by their fear of something, and this fear in turn challenges the way they see the world. In The Kite Runner, Amir was challenged by his fear of facing the truth and redeeming himself for his past sins. Because he allowed that fear to control his life, he found it difficult to move on and let go of his past. His guilt haunted him throughout his life, even when he moved thousands of miles away. In contrast, Hassan never let fear control his actions as he defended his beliefs and defended Amir. As he had no burden of guilt, he was able to move on with his life and start a family. Similarly, Holden was not able to live his life normally as he was depressed, living in a world where people became corrupt by a materialistic society. However, his depression stemmed from his fear of change around him. When Holden was able to accept that people change and mature, he was finally able to move on with his life in California. Maury showed to Mitch that humans, like everything in nature, will be born and will die. So being a natural process in life, we must not fear death, but instead accept it and learn to make the most of our time here on earth. Maury showed to Mitch true acceptance of oneself and how to not fear what is outside of your control. What I know for sure is that I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. And it is imperative that I do not let fear dominate my thoughts. I have to run without the fear of losing. I have to show my spirit in school without the fear of embarrassment. And I have to live my life without the fear of dying. I know for sure that if you do what no one wants to do, soon you will be able to do what no one can do. That champions are made when no one is watching, and that hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I know that a hot dog and hot Cheetos before a race is never a good idea. I now also know that a pizza before a race is also a bad idea, and orange juice and Sour Patch and etc. I know that if you give it your all to something, you will never be disappointed. I know that it is important to acknowledge those who are always there for you during your highs and your lows, and to thank them for all they do. I know that it's okay to tell your loved ones that you love them. And I know that life is much more fun facing your fears and doing crazy things with the people you love. And lastly, I know that success is relative, and at the end of the day, we will not be remembered for what we achieved, but for how we made each other feel. Thank you.